There is no doubt in saying that the very end of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was very controversial for a lot of Star Wars fans around the world, such as the Rey Skywalker concept that was initiated and created by Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that we are at a point right now where Disney is essentially trying to develop this new Star Wars universe that's really going to be modeled after the MCU. And what I mean by that is that this new Star Wars universe is really going to be a combination of movies, TV shows, books, novels, comics, video games, and so on and so forth, that's really going to tell us tons of new stories placed in different eras, different mythologies, whether it be a post-Episode 9 era or a pre-prequel trilogy era, such as the High Republic. We're going to be getting that treatment in the years to come. Now, thankfully, we do know that Dave Filoni, George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and others are going to have key creative choices of this new universe well over Kathleen Kennedy, since she no longer has any form of creative control over the new Star Wars universe by Disney. And that, to me, I think it just shows us that there really is a light at the end of the tunnel here, and that there really is hope for a better future of Star Wars as far as the movies, TV shows, and everything else goes. Now, the thing about Rey Skywalker, this is something that a lot of fans have been very on and off about. Some fans actually embrace and love the idea. Other fans, like myself, really dislike the idea of Rey just calling herself Skywalker. Now, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe. Currently, Disney has multiple plans in place in order to create a better future for the Star Wars brand, and to make it more successful than it ever has been. It's explained that currently many changes are being made over at Lucasfilm thanks to Bob Chapek and Bob Iger working together as a team, and that many of Kathleen Kennedy's ideas are currently being scrapped. One of the major plans that are being completely erased by creator Dave Filoni is a series of stories that Kathleen Kennedy initiated for Rey Skywalker in a post-Episode 9 era. It's explained that Kathleen Kennedy had developed several stories for Lucasfilm to work on that would tell new tales of Rey Skywalker. Many of those stories are said to be getting rewritten and deleted by Dave Filoni while he works with George Lucas and Jon Favreau to develop a new Star Wars universe. Now, this is described to be a plan by Chapek to erase what Kathleen Kennedy was going to do with Rey Skywalker, and to have Dave Filoni develop his own vision for the character, and that he and George are finding ways to make her a literal Skywalker that would serve as a major retcon to The Rise of Skywalker that will change how fans view the film once the retcon becomes active sometime next year in 2021. Now, it's noted that over 5 stories for the new universe of Rey Skywalker by Kathleen Kennedy were erased and are being replaced with more authentic stories of the concept of Rey Skywalker as we speak. So, the thing about this that really makes me feel uplifted is the fact that Dave Filoni is really at charge here when it comes to the Clone Wars, when it comes to new eras that he's working on, such as the post-Episode 9 era, and the Star Wars Rebels sequel series that's currently also in the works. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but the idea of Dave Filoni bringing an end to Kathleen Kennedy's vision of Rey Skywalker and redefining exactly why Rey Skywalker is, well, a thing. Why is Rey a Skywalker? That's all going to be established in a different way with the help of George and John by his side, and this really does tell us that they're trying to do something very unique for this new universe that's mostly going to be a post-Episode 9 era. Sure, there are going to be brand new points in time that take place in between the movies and before all of the films, and that's another thing to look forward to, is that we're not just getting one new era, we're getting a whole bunch of them in these new Star Wars timelines. So, the thing about Rey Skywalker, a lot of fans had issues with this, and rightfully so. For those of you that like the idea, that is perfectly fine and okay, mind you. That those of you who like the Rey Skywalker concept, that is fine. Everybody has their own opinion. It's welcome here below in the comments. Please do express your opinions. So, when we look at Kathleen Kennedy, obviously, her ideas being taken away, I think is just perfect. I think it's great. I think it really does tell us that things are shaping up over at Star Wars and Lucasfilm in general. Of course, there are some projects in the works that I really disagree with and that I feel like don't even need to be made, such as the Cassian Andor TV series and the latest TV series that was announced just yesterday or 2 days ago, which I heavily do disagree with. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, I heavily do disagree with that direction. But when we look at everything else, it's moving in the right path, and that's exactly what we want to see. So, like I've said before in the past, I'm very hopeful about the future. I'm very much optimistic about Star Wars, and to see exactly what these new movies and TV shows and the new universe will really look like. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.